So on the 25th of February, I went to the comic shop again, picked up my latest releases, the stuff that they had down there for me. So here I am back with another Comic Book Corner episode for you, taking a look at the comic books that I picked up. We'll talk about them as we take a look at them. So let's get into it. Okay, so first up, here we have a new Superman comic book that's came out. Superman issue 1, Dawn of DC. Now, I haven't read Superman in comic form for quite a while, actually. And I'm quite looking forward to it. I mean, lovely art in there, look at that. Just kind of pops off of that page, really. It is really nice. So, yeah. That'll be a good read. Looking forward to that. Yeah. And then after that, what do we have next? So we have here new Punisher. It's a one-off Punisher War Journal base with that new horrid skull. Now, this here, I believe, is a story that many years ago, Frank Castle was trying to be a family man, doing what he could to keep his destiny. Now, I haven't read this yet, but I am afraid that it's still going into the past and trying to alter what made the Punisher originally, sort of reinventing his origin, and that doesn't make me very happy at all. Plus, the art in this one is somewhat questionable as well. Can't say it's my favourite art. There was a day when comic books actually had words. Now, very few and far between. And that brings me to the She-Hulk. She-Hulk here, yeah, issue 10. Always been a fun read, She-Hulk. As people know, I enjoyed the TV show. I thought it was quite a good sort of rendition of what the comic book is. Took from it. That looks good. The revolution starts now. Captain America Cold War Alpha. I might try that one. Yeah, so I thought that the TV show did do a good job of you know, sort of giving us what a comic book actually is for She-Hulk. Vampirella Strikes. Now, I did actually get 2 editions, variants like so. So yeah, so 2 variant covers, one which is the photo, cosplay photo variant, and this one here. Lovely artwork on that. Vampirella comics always have fantastic covers. They really do. Okay, so the artwork inside is a bit less inspired, but still, nonetheless, they've always been like enjoyable. Deja Thoris on the other page is a John Carter of Mars character. So yeah, so we have Vampirella Strikes issue 10. Then we have back to Marvel. Savage Avengers. Now this is the last issue, I believe, issue 10. Primarily I got this because of the inclusion of Jake Gallows in this story, which is essentially the Punisher, well, not essentially, he is the Punisher 2099. Then you got Doom 2099. There are already 2099 characters done some time ago, but you know, and yeah, so the inclusion of his character in this, yeah, what can I say? Spider-Man 2099 up there. But as you can see, I think he's a bit more mixed there with what's his face? Oh, what's the character's name? Deathlock, that's it, that's the one I was looking for. Then we have Grim Fairy Tales. Again, great cover. Nice to see women drew as women and not androgynous type of individuals. Marvel, looking at you. That's what they've done for a while anyway, especially with Captain Marvel at one point. Then we have Scorched, which is a Spawn comic book. It's like a team up, a Spawn team comic, which contains King Spawn. Well, there's loads of different Spawns basically. Gunslinger Spawn in here, and yeah, it's Spawn's a good favourite of mine at the moment. And then we have this here, Whiz Comics. This is February 1940. Well, it's not. It's actually a sort of reprinting of the first ever Captain Marvel. So I sort of got it for that reason. It's a reprinting of that comic. With ads and everything in there. Then we have Carnage. Carnage issue 10. To be honest, this book here is one that's on my cancellation list. I don't even know if it's still going or if this is the last issue, but I've sort of gone off it. To be continued, yes. I don't think I'll be getting any more Carnages, to be honest. Draculina issue 1, which is a variant cover. We looked at this last week, I believe. Possibly. I'm sure we did. Different cover I had. Variant cover, this one. Then we have issue 2 of Spawn, Unwanted Violence. Which again, like I said, I'm going through this sort of Spawn kick at the moment. Getting all these Spawn comics, reading them. Really into this character and the world, the universe, the other characters that populate it, the other versions of the character. Which brings me to Scorched, issue 15. Which is a variant cover for that same one we just had a look at, so no need to look at that. And we have issue 3 of Gargoyles, based on the Walt Disney cartoon series, if you remember it. And I just picked up the Blu-rays, but they were bootleg Blu-rays. Again, it's getting this comic coming about has made me sort of get the Disney Villains comic book, Scar. Getting his own comic book, Maleficent comic coming, Darkwing Duck. It's funny because Disney owns Marvel, but Marvel give these sort of characters out to, or Disney give these characters out to Dynamite Entertainment to do. Yeah. And then I actually got 2 of these. Amazing Spider-Man 129. Obviously, as you know, Punisher's my favourite character. Now, this here is a reprinting of the very first appearance of the Punisher. Now, I do have this comic book in its original form as a CGC graded comic, which can't be opened. It's in a sealed tablet, and it probably sells for a couple of £1,000 now. To be honest, so it's always nice to have a sort of reprinting of it, so I can have a look through and read. Even got the adverts in there. Obviously, this is done on sort of glossier paper than what the original kind of paper would be, but this here is the very first appearance of the Amazing Spider-Man, of the Punisher. And not only that, it's the first appearance of the character, the Jackal, as well. So if we go to the beginning, go to the start of this one. There's the cover, fantastic cover. I'd love to get that actually on like a canvas and up on the wall, that image. So there we go, that's the first page. That is the first page. That's the first appearance of the Punisher in a comic book. This is from 1974. The original is anyway, not this reprinting. And there's the Jackal there. And the Jackal kind of manipulates the Punisher to go after and kill Spider-Man, making him think that Spider-Man is a villain. Yeah, it's before they sort of worked out what they wanted the Punisher to really be, if that sort of makes sense, before he became, because he became popular, he was a villain here, essentially, and then became the anti-hero that we know now. But he was, yeah, he was manipulated, which kind of goes against, it kind of bugs me in a sense, because it's like Frank Castle, and would you really be manipulated by this silly laughing, you know, jackal looking fella? No, you wouldn't. But like I said, this is the first appearance. I'm sort of looking back at it from someone who knows the Punisher, but as a first appearance it works, you know, it's great. That Evil Knievel, I remember having one of these as a toy. There we go. And then I got this here. Wait a minute, I've got to open this one up. This is quite a sort of sought after limited edition. It's a red and gold foil. It's a red and gold Lazarus Planet Omega issue 1 from DC Comics. And this is a red and gold foil Chinese New Year lucky bag variant. And it comes in this gold leaf bag like this, or, you know, as you can see. And the comic goes into that. And it's got this, you know, lovely, lovely gold foil cover. This is a sort of rarer one. So, to be honest, I sort of picked it up for that reason more than anything else, just that it was different. And yeah, Superman inside, you can see. And then I did get, but this was a couple of weeks ago, I don't think I showed it, graphic novel reprinting all the first issues of Batman Beyond, Neo Year. Nice thick graphic novel following the character from Batman Beyond, from Batman Beyond cartoon TV series, in his own comic book. There we have it. There we have it. Those are the comics that I picked up this week. I'm not going to adjust the camera because I'm not going to. But so that's it. That's me done. Just a quick look at those comics that came out that I picked up. It's AJ. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Take care and goodbye.